I'm Tori Garcia on South 38th Street, where Abilene police responded to a disturbance a couple of days before Christmas and arrested 36-year-old Diona Olson. But Olson isn't just any resident. She teaches English and helps coach basketball and volleyball here at Abilene High. If you press this button, no water comes out of the Clyde splash pad in City Park. And it's been that way for about 3 years. But the city says it has other priorities. Usually when a burglar tries to break into a store and they set off the alarm and are caught on surveillance cameras, they leave and never come back. But here at AM Donuts, the doors and windows behind me have become repeated targets. In just a few months, of course, as it gets a little bit hotter outside, the kids in Clyde won't have to travel far to be able to splash around and cool off. But take a look at this construction zone in City Park near the splash pad. And as you can see, a lot of progress is being made before the summertime. What used to be a quiet drive through the big country is now bringing daily frustrations for people who live near these massive data centers. This past weekend, about 100,000 gallons of wastewater spilled into Buck Creek, and that's enough to fill nearly 5 backyard swimming pools. The Pet Adoption and Resource Center in Abilene is asking for help with simple donations. And they say it can make a big difference in getting animals out of the shelter to begin their new lives. Maxwell Golf Course is no longer up for sale, but it's still closed. And that's leaving local golf teams like Cooper High without one of their practice spots. Here at Abilene High, district leaders are finding more ways to make college more accessible for its seniors. And that path starts right here at McMurray University. Desiree Dominique Sanchez, a 32-year-old woman and mother of 5, died on Saturday after being stabbed at this house behind me. Dyess Air Force Base is officially becoming a main operating base for the Air Force's newest stealth bomber, the B-21. I'm Tori Garcia, and I spoke with Senator Ted Cruz, who says that move secures Dyess as a crown jewel of the American military for decades to come. Prom is one of the most memorable nights in all of high school, but for some, the cost may put that experience out of reach. I'm Tori Garcia, and I spoke with one local woman who's making sure that nobody has to miss out on their big night. Drive through the big country and you'll see it. New construction and growing businesses almost everywhere you look are spending one final week in their jerseys. And this time, it's more than just about a game. Behind me, you can see just some of the damage caused by Sunday night's strong storms. I'm here in Capps, Texas, just south of Abilene, where, as you can see behind me, there are dozens of dogs fenced in on this property. I'm Tori Garcia, and I spoke with some neighbors who say that they're concerned. I'm Tori Garcia here at Abilene Heritage Square, where, as you can see behind me, hundreds of people are anxiously waiting for the ribbon cutting. From classrooms to now a new community space, this building is now ready for a new chapter. A couple of weeks ago, K-Texas brought you the story of an interlocal agreement between Callahan County and Clyde to construct this access road near the Hanner Sports Complex. And now on Tuesday, City Council approved $120,000 from the Economic Development Corporation to get the job done. After severe flooding swept through the San Angelo area this past weekend, the city says it's now in the recovery phase. Damage, like the ones you see behind me, are being assessed, and the city is now looking to see what comes next. Recently, the city of Clyde sent out a reminder about an ordinance that's been in place for years. Like this ditch behind me, it looks like the city's responsibility, but according to the ordinance, it's up to the people that live next to it to keep it clean. This building used to be a car dealership, and now its history is being brought alive through these neon lights. I'm Tori Garcia, and I spoke with the owner of D&W Underground on how this space is now a hidden gem in Abilene.
I think what really stemmed the passion for the neon signs was I was born in '65, and my grandparents owned motor inn motels from California to Texas, and so we would constantly go down Route 40, Route 66, and all the motor inn motels, it was just lit up with neon. It was just a spectacle to travel and see all of it. And I think that's where subconsciously it it started from.
Hemke found the building at the start of the pandemic in 2020, a former Buick dealership that dates back to 1927. It changed hands many times over the decades, from a car showroom to a tire company to a furniture store. Layers of Abilene history were buried inside.
So the Buick sign is actually one exactly like what was on the building in 1927, and that's this one right here. So the original sign was actually on this same post facing the outside, and what this is milk glass, where they actually mold the glass over a mold.
It took them about 4.5 years to restore the building, but the floor, glass, ceiling, and structure are all the same as it was in 1927, something that Hemke says brings the history back to life. Outside, a Coca-Cola sign tells that story as it still faces the railroad tracks.
So the sign was put up in the 40s to advertise, mainly facing downtown, where the GIs would get off the train to be shipped to Camp Barkley.
But inside, Snoopy the dog keeps watch over more than 100 neon signs, each handpicked by Hemke over the past 30 years.
It makes all the hard work worth it, and it's just a unique place that what makes me happy is to see other people happy.
Hemke says it's not just the history or the signs that make this place special. It's the feeling people get when they walk through the door.
It's a hidden gem. A lot of people don't know about it. And I think what does it mean? I think to me, like, I go back to it, it's a happy place. And then you look and you look at all the detail, and it's just a lot of history.
Hemke's next project is just down the street at Andrew Furniture Warehouse, and he'll begin that restoration process next month. What used to be a quiet drive through the big country is now bringing daily frustrations for people who live near these massive data centers. I'm Tori Garcia, and I spoke with some people who live nearby who say that it's not only bringing traffic, but also safety concerns.
I moved out to the country to get away from traffic. Why am I being penalized? I live in the country. Why do I have traffic? Be courteous to each other. But no, we don't have that anymore because nobody cares.
For years, some people who live in the big country say they moved here for the peace and quiet. But now, the sound of heavy construction traffic has become part of daily life.
The traffic here starts at about 4:15 a.m. in the morning. It starts loud noise, traffic, trucks and stuff going up and down. And then it kind of quietens down during the day. You still get those big truckers coming up. And then late afternoon, it starts up again. It's until like 7, 8 o'clock at night.
And you can't leave 1082 at 5 o'clock. Otherwise, you're going to wait almost an hour to go wherever you want to go. And that's not right.
Deborah Dos Santos, an Abilene resident, says she's even had close calls driving near the facility.
Late afternoon, they don't give way when they're coming off shift. They just keep pulling out. And of course, being the main road, you'd think that we have the right of way, but they don't slow down or give way to traffic. They just keep pulling out. And if you're not wary and slow down, very slow and cautious, yeah, you could get hit.
Other residents say speeding has also become a major issue on county roads near the sites.
That's dangerous. It's dangerous. The school used to be a drop-off. Now you have to be wary of the drop-off. If there's an accident right there, they're going to go speeding by the school. When's it safe? It's not safe for anybody.
And with school buses and families using those same roads, many neighbors mentioned they're worried about what could happen next.
The school buses had to change their routes because they were not safe to let the kids get on and off. Come on now. Our kids? I'm old. My kids are grown. I don't have to worry about them. But still, we just recently had a death right there on that corner. And I got to watch it from here, and then all the traffic was diverted on my road. Something has to give. The residents here are tired. And it's just begun.
K-Texas asked, what is DPS doing to monitor traffic around these growing construction zones?
We've had many operations that we been focusing on these to make sure that the trucks that are on the roadway are safe and are operating as safely as possible.
And for many who call this area home, they say the biggest change is losing the quiet country lifestyle they moved here for.
If I wanted town noise and town headaches, I would have stayed in town. But I bought the acreage, I bought the house, I bought out in the country. So why am I getting penalized? That's the issue I have.
Traffic is just one of the concerns of residents who live nearby the AI facility, but K-Texas will continue to bring you continuing coverage. And if you have a story idea, send us an email at news@ktxs.com. A few restaurants in the Mall of Abilene have closed as multiple food establishments deal with rat-related violations. I'm Tori Garcia, and I looked into inspection reports and reached out to get answers. Major restaurants inside the mall had health inspection violations this year, and some are confirmed to be related to rats, including one report in February from the City of Abilene's inspection score, calling it a severe rat infestation at Enfu Express. And as recently as Monday, a health inspection at the Premier Lux Cinema noted a dead rodent found in a trap in the kitchen. That same day, Ari's Cafe announced it was closing on social media, citing, regrettably, due to circumstances beyond our control, we have decided to close Ari's Cafe. The post did not note any issues with rats. To get answers, K-Texas started reaching out to other restaurants in the Mall of Abilene. We tried calling El Chico multiple times Tuesday, but couldn't get anyone to answer. However, K-Texas was able to reach the mall's general manager.
Well, it was Steve.
We then asked him for a statement on the situation.
We're not going to make a comment on it.
All right, yes,
I mean,
sir.
I would make this comment. Let me give this one to you. All of our food vendors at the Mall of Abilene are expected to adhere to strict standards that are required by both our property and our community. The Mall of Abilene follows a comprehensive and regular common area pest control protocol that we have with a certified service vendor.
K-Texas also reached out to the city, requesting an interview with the Public Health Department and any further information they could provide. We will update our website with a response when we get it. To see recent public health records, you can visit the City of Abilene's website for the inspection scores. I'm Tori Garcia here at Ward Elementary School, where this sign was created on the playground to honor a student who passed away. And now it'll be used to help other students communicate and connect with each other every day.
It's a shark! Oh my gosh, we caught a shark!
Lita Beth Machogu is a deaf and hard of hearing teacher at Ward Elementary, and she told us that she loves all of her students. But there's one who will always have a special place in her heart, Caleb Rodriguez.
He taught me a lot about how to be friendly to everyone, the hearing people and deaf people, and build those friendships, and also to see students as the whole person. Yes, we're learning academics, but we can take time to be fun and be silly too, and that's really important.
About 2 years ago, Caleb passed away from leukemia.
When I came back, after he passed back to the school year, I was very angry because I just kept thinking, he should be here. Why is he not here?
This past summer, Machogu had an idea on how to honor his memory, a new playground sign with the ASL alphabet and illustrations.
When I was picking, my team discussed pick which signs to put on the panel, and we thought, ball or butterfly, but these are kind of iconic signs that everybody knows ball. Everybody can communicate that. Easily you can, I understand what butterfly, you can act it out, but these words like tag, they may not know how to sign, or share, they don't know how to sign that. So being able to use that, it can also help resolve conflict.
The sign is already giving hearing and deaf students a way to build relationships and connect with each other, just as Caleb would have wanted.
They can communicate with each other directly with our students who use sign language, and then they can play together without having to have an interpreter there to facilitate all the communication. They can have a direct friendship without having a third party. And that is so important.
And for Machogu, honoring Caleb's legacy is personal.
I think he'd be proud. I picture him looking at me like, thank you. Like, I love it, is what he would say.
And she keeps a memory of him with her every day.
I got this one from the memorial stone. His mom had put his handwriting on there from a card that she had written him. He's written some cards to me too, but he didn't have the full thing. It was like, love ya. So I wanted the full thing. And my best friend, McKenna, she's one of the interpreters at Cooper High School. She tattooed it for me last year on Caleb's birthday. I was having a hard day, and so she tattooed it for me then. And it means a lot to me, and it's my favorite tattoo.
There will be a ribbon cutting ceremony here at Ward Elementary School on Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. to celebrate Caleb's memorial.